So this is going to be a quick little video about a weekend trip that I took not too long ago. I went up to Blakesburg, Iowa to their antique Airfield fly-in that they have. It's been on my list for a really long time and I finally got the opportunity to go this year. Alyssa and I usually go to one fly-in a year that we haven't ever been to, and Blakesburg was our pick this year. So I drove up and she flew up and we met at Blakesburg to go to this air show. So it has a ton of stuff that I didn't know it had. It has a museum on the field, and we could have spent hours in there. There was so much aviation history packed into that little museum. You really could have stayed there for hours. And after I got home, I realized the videos I took didn't do any of it justice. There's so much to see. There was a ton of very unique airplanes there too. Beautiful examples of antique airplanes. And they all were unique and had unique characters to go with them, as you can see by this plane here. This was probably one of my favorite of the entire air show. The character in it was just over the top. It's also a lot of flying. Like at any point in time, you can just roll your airplane out there and go for a couple of laps around the patch, and there was a lot of people giving rides, so that was great to see. Also, a lot of aviation being shared and experienced, and it was just such a great atmosphere. Well, we were lucky enough to get a ride in this beautiful biplane, and it was the first time I've been in an open cockpit plane since since one of Grandpa's designs. So that was it's been at least 20 years since I was in an open cockpit plane. So that was brought back, all sorts of good memories for me, and we were super lucky to be given the opportunity to take a ride in that plane. So I got to go for a ride. Alyssa also got to go for a ride. I couldn't see very well because I'm so short, but it was still such a great experience, and we were super thankful for that. We took Alyssa's plane up several times and had fun with that. And after we're done flying, the evenings were absolutely beautiful. It's in a beautiful area, beautiful setting, and there were activities every night. They had a trivia night, they had a movie, there was an awards ceremony. There was always something fun to do there. And one of the other things that we did was we went and saw the fly market. And that was probably also one of my favorite. I'll probably say that this whole thing. This was my favorite. It was all my favorite. But Alyssa and I found some great finds in there, and we both went home with items. There, like I said, there's got to be treasures untold. There are hangars full of stuff, and it was so much fun to go through it all. And from what I gather, they get a lot of stuff donated to the museum, and then what they are not using, they put up for sale to help fund the museum. So this was my purchase. I saw it and I was like, that would be great to organize my props and my orders on as they go through the process. So super glad that I drove after I found that. So I put it in the back of the truck and brought it home. They also had a library on the field, and this was a whole separate building full of books. And I could have stayed in there all day as well. There were also a lot of beautiful Stearmans there, really beautiful examples of Stearmans. And I was also lucky enough to get to fly in the Spartan. And it was a one-of-a-kind. It's an incredible airplane, and I was super fortunate to get a ride in it. And Kelly's an exceptional pilot, so that made it, even that much better. We got to fly formation. I didn't take a lot of photos because I was just really soaking in the whole moment. It was really, really incredible. The whole experience was just great. If you ever get a chance to go to Blakesburg, I highly recommend it. It's a great time, great people, great atmosphere, and that was my trip. So thanks for watching.